What do you notice about this one? It looks kind of like the one we just did, right? Does it have log on both sides? What do you notice about the bases? They're the same. That means we can set x squared minus 10 equals 3x. We're going to move 3x to the x squared. X squared minus 3x minus 10 equals 0. Okay, so now we're going to look for two numbers. When you multiply, you get negative 10. And when you add them, you get negative 3. What are two numbers that you think of for 10? 2 and 5. Because this is a negative 10, you need one to be negative and one to be positive. Negative 2 and negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Negative 2 plus 5 is negative 3. 2 plus 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. 2 plus, I'm sorry, that's positive 3. I can do that. This is negative 3. This one does not work. This one does. So we will have x plus 2 times x minus 5 equals 0. And what do you do now? On your homework, you guys, not all of them are factoring problems. Some of them just have the same log on both sides, and you would just set them up like a normal equation and move the x's over. So the only reason this is a factoring is because you have an x squared. Now, if it was just log, let's say log of 5x squared equals log of 5 of 10, then you could take the square root because you only have a square and a number. But as soon as you have like an x term, you have to factor it. Okay, so on this one, it says x equals, this would be x equals negative 2, and this one is, okay, so let's test it. What's negative 2 squared? 4. What's 4 minus 10? Does not work. Because it makes that inside that parentheses negative, it also makes this negative. So our only answer is 5. You guys, not every factoring problem is going to have a 5. Yes. Yes. What questions do you have about that one? Okay. Okay. This looks like what we were doing yesterday, right? There's not a log on both sides, so we're going to set it up just like an exponential. And you're going to pay close attention to what happens with the inequality. What is your b? 4. What is your y? And then what is your b? I mean, not your b, I'm sorry. What is your x? X. Now, do you see that it says x is greater than and it says 3 is less than? So we're going to take the inequality and we're going to face it towards the x. So you just have to pay attention to where the inequality is facing, how it's facing the x. And now what is 4 to the third power? 64. And now you guys, our domain is going to be x such that x is what? Is it less than or greater than 64? You guys, your x can be any number. So when we're doing inequalities, it's going to be really important that you pay attention to if it's less than. Because remember, x has to be greater than 0 because it has to be positive. So it can't be 0, but it can be any number greater than 0. Okay? Do you have any questions over that one?